Blessings, fellow magicians of love's embrace. Welcome, masters of the light. It is such a pleasure and a blessing to connect with you all again. Thank you. So in today's video, we will continue with, if you're scared to awaken your magic, that's what wires and fires together. So when you apply the knowledge with discipline and experience, then your magic will wire and fire together with hope and possibility. There is a future, and then there is a magical future to your magical future indeed, so be it. So dear friends, what is the next thing we have to do with this wiring and firing in the brain is that you are safe. Safe to activate the unstoppable power of your magic. Safe to share your magic. Safe to practice magic. It's safe to heal with your magic, with my magic, etc. So when you are talking to your friend or other lightworker or starseed, you are defining this teaching in your own neuro-pathways. You may be struggling to explain and activate your magic from what you are learning. I want you to struggle because I want you to find your unique way to activate your magic. After all, the moment you do, what did we just do with you? What wired and fires together creates an experience. The ha-ha moment, I got it. Chris, I got it. I was upset it was taking so long to activate my magic. If it would ever activate or happen, if my magic was real or fake, if my magic would ever happen for me, ever. But after years of trial and error, your magic is wired and fired together in your brain. So we apply the knowledge with great devoted discipline and experience, for they wire and fire together this way. Why is it important that you create your reality and activate your own magic, which is the long work of enlightenment, ascension, and awakening your gifts, abilities, wisdom, spiritual powers, and your magic? But you see, first, to get one's unstoppable power magic back so that we can have that pause, the attention and attention span, that rebirthing of the warrior gladiator, that rebirthing of the magician, that rebirthing of the magical child, that rebirthing of the unstoppable power of your magic, that rebirthing of the God Goddess who has the power to transcend everything to make this happen. That's the God Goddess that has come again in you. That's our training, and that's what we do here. Getting your power back from wiring and firing together has been a slow, long process because we make headways at some meetups and videos and discussions and healing sessions, right? Your inspiration lasts a few days because, we wired the discipline into philosophy and knowledge. We wire them together. They go hand in hand. It produces this reality and it stays for a few days. It's better than what we did before. Then some of you continue it, but the majority of you let it fade away because you don't empower yourself in the magic every day. The knowledge is to empower you and to break the bonds of your own enslavement. That's why you have no magical power yet. You're still stuck in enslavement. So coming back to your emotional distress and understanding rewarded punishment. Understanding how hope can get so entangled with despair. Sounds bipolar. It is. But it's how they are wired together. Hope is wired to despair. That's how the experience played out. Being good was wired to not being abandoned. Getting attention. Getting approval. Being needed, being wanted, being liked, being a good little boy and girl of society's norms. And by doing so, you throw your magic away to fit in. That's what wired together. If you're scared to awaken your magic, that's what wires and fires together. Do you understand, divine ones? So we want to tap into the memory of your family tree to activate your high magic. The neocortex is called heaven. Okay? This is where the opportunity to evolve you and your magic exists. First, you have to get past the reptilian cerebellum part of the brain. Then, the brain or the area of the glands engages or sorts certain info to go up into the neocortex. So the cerebellum has a grip, right, on the spinal column at the back of the brain, where info comes up the higher line. The reptilian part of your brain is the cerebellum, and the ego reptilian part of the brain chokes all information that may assist you in awakening your magic or activating ascension. Once you ascend the reptilian part of yourself and your brain, you activate the neocortex for ascension to heaven or your unstoppable power to your magic. I have dozens of videos on YouTube describing in detail what is ego, what is negative ego, and how to transcend ego and negative ego into positive ego. The neocortex is capable of multi-dimensional bodies and mind expressions at the same time. The neocortex can interpret multi-frequencies at the same time, and it can split itself and gather info in many different ways. The cerebellum, or the ego reptilian part of the brain, holds subconscious programs. All the memories of the genetic being are in the cerebellum that you currently inhabit. You have the memory of your family tree genetically. Okay, your great uncle or auntie can inspire you through your cells. Or you have soul memories that have nothing to do with family tree, but could be another incarnation where you possess wisdom, magical powers, and your unstoppable power to your magic. You have the ability to determine these different existences. We want you to get past the gates in the grip of the cerebellum so we can access the soul's wisdom, which is held in the midbrain, the thalamus, and pineal gland, or the temple of the soul. The thalamus is the guardian at the door of heaven, which has the ability to ascend you. There are enzymes and hormonal releases that are electrically stimulated by the reptilian brain. Your great uncle maybe was killed for being a powerful lightworker, a magician, which, when you see your magical self and your magical gifts and abilities for the first time, you may get suspicious and back away. The thalamus has visible memory of that. Your great uncle or auntie says you don't want that. You will be killed if you go that way and activate the unstoppable power of your magic. You may not want to move forward or activate your unknown powers due to these past traumas, memories, and pain of your great uncle or auntie that comes from the thalamus. So the thalamus gland does not like something due to family genetics of fear. It will not make it to the kingdom of heaven in the neocortex. So if you don't like something in the midbrain, for example, genetically, then you won't like it in the neocortex. If you're scared to stand your power, you will hide or retreat from your powers, exile yourself due to your gifts and abilities, and are scared to activate the unstoppable power of your magic, right? It's all due to the thalamus gland. This gland has the genetic programming of how you are to react under certain conditions and pressures and fears. I'm going to activate my high magic. Well, the thalamus gland in the midbrain is the genetic hook or guardian of any information going into the neocortex. So you heal your genetic programming around being a magician and then rise into the neocortex, the kingdom of heaven, or your high magic. Okay, so your family genetics that is in your thalamus gland will haunt you and halt your progression day after day or year after year. The thalamus gland can block the imagery from rising into the neocortex. The thalamus is called the guardian at the door. So the thalamus gland is there to protect you through evolution, and it also the harbinger of de-evolution. Things your parents did not like to do, like say they did not want to be a healer, although you are a healer and have a major calling to be a healer. The thalamus gland will kick in for survival and say, no, your family genetics says healers get hurt, killed, tortured, abandoned, shamed, and burned alive. No, it's for your own good to not be a healer. So the power of blaming your family is what we need to get back to awaken your magic and tackle the virgin future. The same energy that causes you emotions, causes you to have an enemy, causes you to blame your father, your mother, your family, your friends, yourself, etc. To blame whoever, because that is the power of the mind. If the mind is not imprisoned by blame, then you can flex the future and it becomes flexible. Do you understand? So be it to that, divine ones. So if you are all decided up, if you have absolutely decided who your enemies are, what and where your God Goddess is, who is to blame, what culture you come from, if you are all decided up, if you are all that tidy, who you belong to, you have already decided you have no power for the days to come. You absolutely don't. You are not a gladiator or a magician, and you have no future. It is only the not playing the same record over and over. What are we to do, right? The mind's magic is so powerful it can flex the future. What future do you want to flex with the unstoppable power of your magic? The God Goddess has come again. It is time to take back your unstoppable power of your magic. So, in this beautiful dialogue, the only dialogue that I wanted from you is to express and articulate what you have learned. It is the beginning of making a very clear decision to change or stay how you have been, and currently are, and to understand how this all played out. That the dynamics and the processes of greatness and the unstoppable power of your magic are in you. And you have the magical power to call yourself forth from the void or emptiness of creation and become immortal and magical, or you have the magical power to bury yourself even deeper into a pity pit forever if you want, and not awaken on the power of your magic. Lots of you doing that too. You have the magical power to wake up, and you have the magical power to be happy. You do. You have the magical power to be free without consequences. And you have the magical power of the future. But it has to start with you, Divine One. That responsibility, and those who move, vision, dream, and live forward have earned the right to live and live forward because they found themselves in the discovery of the unstoppable power of their magic. You see, the God Goddess has come again. Oh, God Goddess has come again. Yeah. This is a beautiful life. And what is to be concerned about if minds are so powerful they can flex and create any magical future you desire, Divine Ones? You really can. I'm here to get you to dialogue up in your brain correctly and for you to thoroughly assess yourself. You are not bad for wanting to activate your powers, your higher mind, and magic. This concept of correcting yourself has always been labeled as punishment. Somewhere you have that logged in your brain, and you have to break that concept and belief in the sense there is no such thing. Correcting means freeing yourself, right? So taking responsibility is getting your power out of high interest doubt mortgage and bringing the unstoppable power of your magic so that we have the power to fold neurological firing and pull back the curtains, let a moment happen, and let the God Goddess who has come again look at it. You have the magical power to hold thinking. You have the magical power to create any reality you choose, Divine Ones. And you have the magical power to exist in the timelessness of the present moment. So when we take back our magical power in the ripple of reality from how we put hope and despair together, how we put bad around magic and freedom around magic together, or bad in the consequences of that, or reflected in people, places, and things, times and events. Divine Ones, we are in the center of our concentric circle on our own terms. So be it. Do you have a fixed mindset or not a fixed mindset? There is a fixed future, and it's fixed because the collective has fixed it. Then there are individuals who are not fixed and believe in the magic of the flexible reality and future. The world is going through long prophesized cataclysmic events which have been long prophesized are happening now. This is nothing new. We all knew what to expect before coming here to planet Earth. Come on. You trained for this stuff already. The point is, cataclysmic or disastrous or worldly change events are happening now and more are coming. What do? Is there a way out? Is there a future? Yes, indeed there is. If the future was inflexible and fixed, then I wouldn't be here in this body on this planet talking to you right now, would I? No, I wouldn't. Divine warriors, the future is not set in granite. Why would I want to teach you then if the future was inflexible? I wouldn't have these daily teachings or this school of thought. Okay? In any one moment, all the way back to when I first started healing and teaching, if the world's catastrophic events were that fixed, what say I? If one experiences all the healing in the world and still gets sick moment after the session, then they would shut the door on the healing, teaching, and changing, and they refuse to hear it, see it, and know it now. Why would I want to do that? What? Because I'm lonely, bored, and feels like it's my duty? I'm not lonely. No way. Divine magicians, with each being from the very beginning, there is a future. And then there is your future in that future. Can you feel it? The future is fixed by ascendancy of consciousness that has caused it to be that way. Why? Because they all agree. But if we start to pluck all the agreeing people out one by one and give them a different future, what happens to the fixed future? It changes. I understand change is the mantra of your politicians. I should be saying I have been hearing the word change for years. It is nothing new politically, but it changes. So there is a fixed future, and it's fixed because the collective has fixed it. And then there are individuals who are not fixed. Every individual who agreed upon the fixed future did so at the collective level. They all agreed, and then there is the outcome, but that does not mean the outcome is your outcome. No, it isn't. So the reality is a flexible twine is flexible. So whatever was said could be. I don't care what it was. If it changed the person in front of me, bumped them off their victim timeline, or got them going in this direction of a flexible future instead of that direction, right? I changed their future. How many understand that, divine ones? I did, and if I sent them from my audience, excellent. Go into the wilderness. Go because perhaps your harshness of the wilderness will allow you to recall the sublimeness you have learned here. And perhaps you need the friction of harshness, the friction of how the world is really operating to wake up and remember your calling. Your magic will emerge out of this group, and you will go and you will flex a powerful future. I know it, I see it, I envision it, so be it. These teachings are designed so any person can throw themselves into the expanded universal river of timelessness and the future future and assist them in creating reality. For in one person's remarkable unknotting, removing the knot, right, of the ambiguous past, breaking those tight bonds, and letting the gladiator of truth and the ancient magician of secrets come forth, one person will change the time flow of the great river of magic and awake the unstoppable power of their magic. This is always important in this school, because your magic and awakening your magician will help you go up against your doubt, as everyone else is. The programming they are trying to wire with a piece of extraordinary knowledge and discipline. You're trying to wire yourself back while still in despair, doubt, fear, dread, laziness, lethargy, negative ego. Such I am an old soul and I know it all. How's that going for you? You always want to awaken the magician and the unstoppable power of your magic, to break this long enough for people to open up. And how did they do that? I know this person. They're not capable of that. Well, I was more focused than them. Well, that's not so. For reality always shows how focused you really are. Teaching magic broke these bonds that we are walking so diligently to inspire the gladiator magician to bring out great thought, that you could do anything, and to show you that you could and will. Someone got it. They opened the door for a longer pause in the void of creation. Your magical gifts, abilities, power, wisdom, knowledge, and attributes will merge out of this group. I know it. And they will go on and they will flex and create the future. They will get rid of their superstitions, their whys, their moans, their limitations, their anger, their anguish, their blame, victimization, their pain, their negative ego, and become immortal. Take it on. I understand why I am limited. I understand how I am wired now. Like how an onion layers, I understand. And now that I do, I am going to unwind this knot. I'm going to apply what I have learned with the purest moments I can, and wire that knowledge with experience. That will hardwire, that will take me forward. That's what I want, because the days of learning, growing, healing, transforming, setching are so critical now for every one of you, divine ones. Imagine if you had no recessive genes, right? No recessive characteristics in your thalamus. How long would it take to evolve you, huh? How long would it take to wake up your magical gifts, abilities, and spiritual powers? How long, huh? One lifetime. Right now. Your brain can draw on your subconscious mind and ascend your magical powers, or draw from your limited recessive genes in the thalamus and descend your powers. Up to you, divine ones. We need to break this programming, and I know how to teach you, and I will teach you, divine ones, how to break this programming in the thalamus. If you want to ascend and evolve, you must delete and transform limited recessive fight, flight, fawn, or fright genes in your family line. Transform the limited genetics of your family line around being a magician and rise into the kingdom of heaven of your neocortex, divine ones. If you would like, I can assist you with removing all blocks, fears, traumas, and pain around the thalamus gland that block the unstoppable power of your magic. Ask yourself why your past serves you. Look at it deeply and heal that. If you don't, let go of your past. Pain, self-pity, martyr, trauma, victim, blamer, struggler, fear. You are forbidden. Beyond the doors that opens up in the brain to experience unlimited thought. Higher realms of possibilities, opportunities, and to access the unstoppable power of your magic, divine ones. This realm is being pressed on you, continuously pressed on you. And if you are stuck on emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual pain all the time, like a broken record, on a knot, it'll be very difficult to thrive, awaken the magician, and open your higher mind. So when you say you are a free gladiator or magician whose unstoppable power of your magic is activated, right? It wires in your brain. Divine magicians, create a magical day and become the magician you are destined to become. A gladiator, magician, isn't full of hate. A gladiator magician smiles. We are conquerors, you and me. You create a day, let the experience of the day be what wires together, fires together with what you create and with the will that is free and more power, little by little. You do that. And when you come back to my next write-up or video, we will work more with you and me on the future of the unstoppable power of your magic. You are a philosopher's stone on the universal river, and activating your high magic and magician is going to happen. That is fortitude, courage in pain or adversity, a vision of fortitude and vision. You have to continue what we started here today, all right? You must continue it, what we start here today, okay? You must have an experience that wires it and or fires it in the mind. You must do that. I am back because I have seen the same reality in my own lifetime. And many of you were there long ago, working your magic. I remember so many of you. I know how we can get out of this, and I know how to transform limitations. Work magic, and I know how to teach you to flex your mind and awaken the unstoppable powers of your magic. But I cannot fight your battles endlessly for you. You must get strong. I want to take this on. So I want you to keep this all in mind. If all was dire here, I wouldn't be here. I would have to deal with fixed brains and fixed opinions. Since the future is flexible, it's a breath of intelligence, a breath of open-mindedness, and a breath of architecture of creativity. I want you to be with me every day I teach. You commit yourself to one important commitment. Realize what you have done with this knowledge and how you have grown and changed with this knowledge. Take an action in the will to undo it, to undo your predetermination of remarkable knowledge and experience. Undo your assumptions, undo your judgments, and I want you to laugh through the tears, indeed through the pain and suffering of your life, and just let it go. If you use this knowledge and you're bored and want new knowledge, what are you going to do with the new knowledge? But attach it to the past. Boring. So now we have hope and despair going again, except it is in the form of spiritual enlightenment, unrealized. How many understand that, divine ones? So you have to find our magical selves, and you have to wake up, and you have to come alive again, and you have to be the gladiator of magic who walks out every day ready to destroy the past, the pain knotted up within and up in the brain, and make way one fine day to activate the unstoppable power of your magic and your higher mind. Okay? So what makes you extraordinary? You have the unstoppable power of your magic to manipulate energy and make it so. You have always done that. And the aim, if you have always done that, will be to be refound yourself powerful and free. You really belong to the stars, and it's a different time, a different world. The same energy that you empower your reality here, the same energy freed will transcend you to the future and beyond. You have to have a narrow net to ascend, though. Activate the unstoppable power of your magic, your high magic, reverse aging. You have to have a narrow net for wealth, for joy, and you have to have a narrow net for everything, for things to come, to be. That's the great work. It isn't out there to here, it's in here to out there. You're here to evolve body and mind, divine ones. Genius is the body that has simplicity to allow a concept to be built in its brain without prejudice, favorable or unfavorable, right or wrong, good or bad. Have no prejudice and ascend, divine warriors of the light. So remember, what you determine reality to be, you want it to be able to see it, taste it, touch it, smell it, hear it, and embrace it. And if that is your term of reality, you will not be able to know what is forbidden and magical. If, on the other hand, you have taken the posture that what is up here is the reality, the lawgiver, the giver of life, if consciousness creates your life rather than your body creating your life, then you are ready to know the forbidden and the magical. Imagine a healed body that lives off the mana of your magic. I want to give you a dream, vision, or image of the body of you in your magic, longevity, immortality, and healed. See, the brain is a powerful tool, divine ones. Time only exists inside the brain, divine ones. Transform your mind and time and exist in the forever expansion of magic, the void, and timelessness. You can transform fear of being a magician instead of carrying the genetic failure trait. Transform I am scared to activate my magical self and magic, and instead awaken the innate wisdom, power, talents, gifts, abilities, knowledge, and spiritual powers of your family's magic. If you are truly unlimited in your magical powers, then use your brain to repair the body with imagery. And then your body creates this reality of a healed, healthy body ready to hold the power of your magician. The brain can recirculate the blood to how it is used in your body. You can transform your blood into a frequency healing liquid. Use your magic to visualize this. Imagine your pain, sickness, and ailments and diseases away with your magic. If you can do that, then you can imagine all your limited programming away too. Change your programming so then you can tap into the unlimited healing abilities, divine ones. You would not destroy your body with low self-worth and harmful foods if you only knew the power of the mind and magic. You can correct and heal anything in your body with your mind and your magic. Nobody can hurt your body with their energy, beliefs, or thoughts if you let their programming in. I'm not your beliefs. I use my magic to transform all limited beliefs of others. Your frontal lobe holds the image there. See the long vision here in the frontal lobe. Then you are controlling your reality in a controlled environment. Your images create your reality. Being conscious and imagining yourself and your magical powers in the frontal lobe will make it so. You can teleport to any place with the power of your mind and magic. Where do you want to quantum jump to? You can springboard from one plane to another plane with just the power of your brain, mind, and magic. Use your mind for a long vision and long thought to look down on your future and create anything that you want to create. I choose to create a healthy, vibrant, successful, and awakened magician. Knowledge is important. It is key to your success. You have an innate ability to visualize and construct the reality you desire. It is time to initiate you into your truth and reality, the unstoppable power of your magic. Instead of contemplating what you're going to have for dinner and how your face looks, instead of contemplate the mind, you will ascend into the most beautiful mindset. Break survival images and ascend to what you desire. Let's get this body, your body, to the kingdom of heaven, divine ones. I will turn your whole thinking processes upside down. I will teleport you across the universe. You will recognize cells, activate DNA and genetics. You will do this in such a mindful state of growth and expansion. You will go beyond the prejudice and superstition. You will contemplate the outrageous as being normal and easy and natural. I will teach you how to astral project your body and open your mind. Imagine a body that lives off mana. I'll teach you how to harness this energy and use it to heal in my Lemurian light attunement. So we're going to awaken your eternal knowledge. This is where we are going with these daily teachings. I want you to know that I love you greatly. And no, it's not a sexual love. No, it's not a husband and wife love. No, it's not a child love. No, it's not even a parental love. I love you because what you are is in me. What I am is in you. And what I love, what I am, for I have loved myself into where the magician within me activated the unstoppable power of my high magic. I have loved myself into the life that I want. And you can do that too. I am in you. I see the same possibility. I see the same identity. Know that you are loved. You are loved by people who call from the future and who wait for you. Know that you are loved by all your spiritual friends and your magician self, some whom are your own self. They are looking down at you and they see you. Know that you are loved by civilizations beyond this earth, just waiting. We call you from the future. Let's wake up and go there. This great spiritual work is to find the one philosopher's stone in the universal river of timelessness. I'll see you in your dreams, in your bright and early morning, and see you soon. I trust you will contemplate what I have taught you well today. It is safe to be who I am. It is safe to use my powers. It is safe to be me. It is safe to see the truth. It is safe now to bring my dignity and bounty to the table. There you are at the pinnacle of a life transformed. Where do you go and what do you do from here? Now in this expanded moment of now, we bring our bounty to the table. We bring our dignity, our deep caring, our loving, our grace, our gentleness, our hopes, our dreams, our magical self, etc. to the table with other like-minded beings who also are rising into their bounty of love's embrace. So here you are, ready to be who you came here to be. A life transformed anew, rising into your salvation. Very, very exciting indeed. Just like how the Creator, your soul, higher self, and unseen friends are with you. Now is the time to mingle, blend, and fuse, etc. with other like-minded beings ready to share their bounty and magic with the world. So here you are, ready to assist in a world transformed with your magic. Yeah. Now is the time to bring your bountiful and magical self to the table. To be who you came here to be and to do what divine beings like you do. You dream, you create, you heal, you love. You bring your bounty. Bring your defining moments of love and joy to the table and watch how like-minded magicians and gladiators attracted to the essence of the universal timeless flower. Like bees to nectar. When you step into your dominion, you step into the real you, the whole you, and the true you, who only wishes to heal and love. When you are in your dominion, you stand in the presence and our conscious creator in the expanded moment of now. In your magical dominion, you awaken your grace, and grace will shine all over your face. You will be in your element, aligned, balanced, strong, centered in every moment. When you are in your dominion, everything you do will have substance, will have meaning, purpose, value, etc. When in your dominion, you are in your sovereignty. When you are in your dominion, jobs and relationships, careers, they flourish, expand, and grow, and a continuous love is always present, blossoming in all areas of your life. Affirmation. It is safe to be my magical self. It is safe to see my magic. It is safe to express my highest truth as a magician. It is safe to be seen as a magician. I know what it feels like to be and practice my magician self in all areas of my life. I am valued and needed here. To your magic awakening. Learn to use the equipment of the divine will, divine ones. Extraordinary is made possible by you. Every human, including you, has extraordinary and magical powers. What you write and share, I want you to embody it, divine ones. Heal your genetic programming around being a magician and then rise into the neocortex, the kingdom of heaven, or the unstoppable power of your magic. And so be it to that. Thank you for listening to me today. This is Chris Parr, Syrian, and the Myriad Wisdoms and Teachings.